Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Kevin Sullivan channel. Thanks for watching. This is the Kevin Sullivan Advice channel. Thanks for watching my channel. So, ladies and gentlemen, the topic of this video will be called How Not to Give Into the Narcissist Hoovering. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, today is Saturday, July 27th, 2019. And today is my birthday. So for those who didn't know and would like to wish me a happy birthday, you can. So, ladies and gentlemen, how not to give it to the narcissist hoovering is to understand that it's just an attempt to continue the same cycle. It's just an attempt to get you back to do the same things that they've done before. You know, nothing changes. Nothing changes. It's just they might have discarded you, so now they hoovering you because you discard them, and narcissists can't lose, and it was the ego thing, and they'll just hoover you because you discard them, and it's an ego thing. It's a grandiose thing. You know, they deal with a lot of grandiose, and they have a lot of ego and a lot of pride, and narcissists can't handle rejection. They can't handle it at all. It's almost like telling a 3-year-old, 2-year-old boy no to no candy. It's gonna be a lot of tantrums and all types of things, depending on the narcissist or depending on the situation, environment, and sorts of things like that. But for the most part, that's what you're gonna get. So, ladies and gentlemen, just off of that, they'll try to hoover you back because you discarded them first. So they'll just hoover you back so that they can take revenge on you, do you filthy dirty, and then discard you and get the last laugh and feel happy and great about it. So don't fall for it. Be careful. Ladies and gentlemen, what we have to remember is that the narcissist hoovering is not about us. It's about them. Like, they're not hoovering which they'll lie, oh, then all of a sudden they got an epiphany, I'm gonna do better, or which this really happens, but if they have to, they'll do it depending on how much they need you or desperate they are, they will. But okay, I need you, depending on how desperate they is, they might need somewhere to live, they might need some money, they might be lonely, they might have ran out of supply, it might be an emergency. So they'll swallow their pride just to get you, but they'll make you pay for it. They'll max you out for everything or every level they can get. Then they'll discard you again and leave you. And just for the fact that they had to scoop down low and swallow their pride and ego and kind of sweat you, chase you, and beg you to be with them, they make you pay for that. Even if it's your first time dealing with each other, do the first stage of love bombing, and you make them go through so much. They hate that too, and they'll do even more. They'll do even, when they get you, they're going to do a lot to you because they're going to be very hot about that you made them work so hard to get you. Yeah, so that's what it's basically about, ladies and gentlemen. It's not about you, it's about them. So don't never believe the lies that they tell you. With regular people, they lie about, oh, I want to get back with you. I finally, they just don't want to lose you. They just don't want to be alone. They don't want to be single, and they just lying. So think about it. A normal person, because normal person, we're not perfect, but we're not toxic or narcissistic. We're not sociopaths or psychopaths, So we're not perfect, but you understand what I'm saying. It's still a separate difference. So think about a normal human being, however, not perfect, we're not. And so think about a narcissist, socio-psychopath doing this, the level of how different and more worse and dangerous it is. When they hoovering and they lying and things like that, so they just want to suck you back in. I gotta tell you these things first so you understand why they are hoovering you, so you can understand oh, it's not because they really want me back. Once you understand, sometimes it depends on how far you is. This won't even matter, but it depends on the level that you're at with this, to where this is enough for you to understand and say, oh, so it's fake. Oh, I'm good. You're not hoovering me. Some people is at the point to where, at the level to where none of it's even matter. It's just, I just got to be with you. It don't matter. I just want you back. And some of you, ladies and gentlemen, are at this point, and some are at the other point to where, okay, now that I see it for what it is, I'm just done. But ladies and gentlemen, is they just hoovering. It's for them to suck you back into the drama. Now, and they might also have seen you. I did videos about this too, Narcissists and Hoovering, part 1 and part 2. So look in my video section so you can watch these videos about the narcissist hoovering. So they could have seen you doing good. You could have probably got a new house, new apartment. You probably was down at the bottom, and then you climb back up in life. You know, you fix yourself up. You probably lost some weight. You looking good, well, looking better now, or looking gooder, or whatever. They just want to try you out and use you in, you know. So, you know, whatever. You got a new job, you making more money. They want to just come and mess that up. So this is what this is why they stalk you on social media, or however they can through other people. This is where gang stalking come in, and how they just stalk you over social media, or they use flying monkeys and enablers so they can keep up with you. So at any given time that you done over them, they don't like that, because they think they're very possessive. I gotta make a video about that. It'll be coming soon. So they think they own you. So when they not with you, you just over here. They just holding you. You know what I'm saying? It's like a kid with toys. Narcissists see us as, you know, they like kids in this world with no responsibilities, and, you know, they just live carefree, and supply is basically their toys. So, you know what I'm saying? With a girl, you know, it's a toy. With a boy, same thing as a toy. Like, it's a toy. I play with you when I want, use you up, then I get exhausted or done tired with you, and now I need a new toy. So it just, that's how it is. It's like, it's just a cycle with different supplies, and they got different supplies in the harem. It's kind of like a kid would collect all types of different toys he got. So that's what that is. That's you basically supply in the harem. That's how the narcissists see people. They don't see them as people. They see them as supply/objects. So the hoovering comes based on that, what they may need you for, or just to get you back for you discarding them, or for just you being happy and moving on and forgetting about them. And you probably just got a new relationship. They just want to hoover you back to mess that up. You got a new job, better job. You didn't have a job, got a job. This all the stuff they looking at like, ooh, I'm about to come mess that up. So that's what that's about. So I want you to know this so you understand at the level of evilness that this hoovering is all about. It's not about you. It's a difference from a person or a regular normal person. Just, you know, they might have got caught flirting, or might have cheated on their spouse. Are you just a relationship? Are you cheated on your spouse? Or you said something or did something that was wrong, and you honestly, as a man or a woman, want to still be in that relationship, and you want to make up for that, and you really laying the cards on the table and telling them truthfully what it is. Like, I made this mistake, I acknowledge it, I'm willing to pay for it, but I want this to work, and I want you back. These situations honestly happen, and you got honest people who do make mistakes, and this stuff happens. So this is what happens, you know, so leave that alone. But like I always say, like, a person who really loves you and care about you as far as cheating go, they won't cheat on you, you know. So then you got to check that, like, you do it once, you do it twice. But it's people who, you know, they also got the saying, well, you don't never know what you got till you lose it. So on some occasion, a person might not value you until you leave because they messed up, and then they might be like, oh wow, I see the value now. So ladies and gentlemen, now you understand it from that point. You got to remember what you went through with the narcissist. See, once you know the information I just gave you, you understand the agenda behind it. It's coming from a dark, toxic, negative place. So now that you know that, now I can break it down to you that you got to remember what you went through. It's not like you had a happy marriage or a happy whatever type of relationship, whether it's a friendship, whatever kind of relationship it was, whether it's a job, whatever type of relationship it is with school, whatever, your teacher or whatever it may be, your boss or whatever, or an employee, you got to understand, like, you were not in a position to where everything was going bad and then you just left, or that person just left. You get what I'm saying? For the Hoover to come and then you to be like, okay, well, maybe, yeah, you know, everything was good and I just left, or you just left. I mean, of course, just leaving, you got to figure that out. Like, well, why would you just, what was it? You got to get to that. But with that saying, at least in doubt, it was something good going on before anyone left, you know? With the narcissist, everything was already toxic anyway. Everything was already messed up and toxic. So what you're gonna get is the same thing that you got when you left. It's the same thing. I know narcissists who keep going back to the same job, the same job, the same job. They still got the same pay. Everything's still the same. They've been working at that job for 10 years. Regular people do it too. I know regular people do it too. Narcissists, sociopaths, psychopaths do it too. They keep going through the same thing without changing it. Narcissists, same thing. Like, narcissists don't change anything about themselves. So the situation that they didn't change. So if they was causing the chaos and the drama, and they don't want to change, not thinking of changing, can't change, and capable of changing, and don't think that they did anything wrong, and don't think that they have to, why would you go back to that? Because nothing. It's negative 1 million as far as change is gonna happen. Yeah, it's almost like a bank account and negative 1 million. Like, if you not rich or wealthy, that bank account is gonna be that to the day you die. You gotta hit the lottery. That's basically used with a narcissist. The chance of things getting better with them, or anything changing as far as hoovering goes, your bank account is negative 1 million. It's not gonna happen. Like, it's not. And as we both know, or we all know, you not being rich or wealthy trying to clear a $1 million debt, you're gonna be paying that till you die, and then you're gonna die and still not complete it. You're not even gonna get halfway. You're not even gonna get to a $500,000, depending on your income or your salary. Like, you're not gonna get to even to a $500,000. And most people will only get to like $250,000. And look, you died and that debt wasn't even nowhere close to being paid, even if you could make it to $250,000. So what was better off doing? You was better off forgetting about that debt and doing something else. You was you was better off doing something else with that. You know what I'm saying? You could have took that money, invested a lot of money, made a lot of rich or wealthy money, and then would have been able to easily pay that debt off. Same thing would happen when we deal with a narcissist. We might as well waste that time and energy and bettering ourselves for somebody else who's meant for us, God ordained for us, or whatever it may be, and waste our time and energy on that person. Save our time and energy and invest our time and energy, our money on investing and bettering ourselves, and waiting for the right person to come, or till that time comes, instead of wasting our time on that, what I just explained. Right, you see what I'm saying? Because the narcissists, they're not going to change. They're incapable of changing. They don't want to change. They don't think they have to change. They don't think that they did anything wrong in the first place. And they're incapable of changing, and they don't want to. And if people only treat you the way you allow them. And in fact, when we allow them to treat us the way that they treat us and keep coming back, they definitely far from changing. They definitely far from changing. So dealing with a narcissist in a hoovering situation is $1 million negative in the bank account. It's $1 million debt that you can never pay off. So forget the hoovering, ladies and gentlemen. No hoovering. Don't fall for it. Think about what you went through. And sometimes we get the time off from them, and then what we got to understand, that's selective memory. See, we get selective memory. And what we do is we try to remember. I remember when he or she was just so nice, everything was all cool. They was this way. We get lost in that. Like I said before, the false image of we thought who they were. We got to understand that that person is not really them. The person that we get now, the horrible, miserable, evil, abusive, in all type of ways you can abuse somebody, the mean, nasty person, the non-caring person, all these things that these people are, we got to remember that. That's who they really are. We can't think about and go down memory lane about how good things was with them, because we have to understand that's not truly them. And it's all about what it is now. What it is now is going to go back to that. They're just going to put on that false image again to get you to come back, and then it goes right back to where you was. You go right back to square one. You go right back to square one. It's like failing a grade. You gotta take it over again. It's failing a test. You gotta take it over again. That's all it is. You're just gonna keep, but it's no benefit. And for you, the people, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time who's dealing with a narcissistic relationship, or this your first time being exposed to how they are and how they ways and how they get down, it could be a little bit harder because you at a point in your life to where you got to check the why you let a narcissist into your life, and I got to do a video about that. I did some videos about that. I forgot the title, but of why we allow the narcissist to stay in our lives or why we tolerate them. It's something also with us that we need to fix or change or overcome. And some of us just come from narcissistic families, friends, neighborhoods, communities, schools, teachers, grandparents, parents, like households, just all type of stuff of toxic, negative, narcissistic, sociopath, and psychopath environments and all type of relationships, backgrounds, and households, and all types of manipulations, and been devalued and been treated unworthy and was never cared for or never liked or never taught things about valuing ourselves. So we easily become prey for these people because they understand that because they went through the same thing we went through. They just turned predators. We didn't turn predators. We just became victims and we're vulnerable because we don't even understand this stuff till now. So they looking for people like us, who went through what they went through, and they're vulnerable. They are the predators, even though they're vulnerable too. But they're predators, and one of the reasons why they're predators, so they won't be vulnerable no more. Also, we got to focus on ourselves more. We got to focus on ourselves for whatever it is that we need to do or we've been wanting to do, whether it's working on a craft, starting your own business, or getting back to work, or whatever it may be. Going to the gym, exercising, losing weight, or maybe you feel like you need to gain you a few pounds, whatever it may be, or learning how to cook, you don't know how to cook, or learning how to do something like going to school for a trade, anything, something that's positive that you can do to benefit yourself, investing, learning new things, positive things that you can learn about yourself. You need to take that time to heal. And at this time of you away from the narcissist, you can watch my videos and other people's videos, whoever else, whatever you want to do, whatever videos and books you may want to read or whatever on knowledge, wisdom, and understanding on this. You need to focus more on that, and then fighting the feeling and the temptation of the selective memory and learning. And while you learning this stuff and you focus on positive stuff and you start to learn you and start to just go back to your childhood history of, what you went through, so things could kind of registrate with you, because that's what helps me. I learned a lot about me and of me going back from the time I was born all the way up to till I was in everything, everything. So even till now, of now understand of what I went through, who I am, and understand it. This is why I'm able to give you guys all of this information. Because, I went and I did the work, and I still do the work every day. And this is helping me by helping you guys, and this is also therapeutic for me. This is why today is my birthday, and I'm doing it right now. Focus on you. And what the information I gave you before about what the whole Hoovering thing is about, that should help you too. Also, to understand that, you are better than that. We need to have more value for ourselves. We need to respect ourselves more. To say, you know what, I want what I want, and that's that. And you're going to either treat me, these my rules, these my regulations, and if you can't follow them, then no, you're out the door. We can't be anything. And that's just that. We got to stand for something. We got to respect ourselves, love ourselves, and put our foot down and demand what we want and demand our respect from people. Because if a person can't respect you, they can never love you. And a person that don't love you don't respect you, and they will walk all over you and treat you any way you want. So we got to understand that, and we got to value ourselves and love ourselves and say, you know what, we all deserve better than that, and we can do better than that. We can do better than that. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope this was enough for you in this video. As I said before, ladies and gentlemen, today is Saturday, July 27th, 2019, and today is my birthday. So if you didn't know and would like to wish me happy birthday, you can do so. Also, ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to email me, you can email me at kevinsullivanyoutube@yahoo.com. Email me for whatever you want to email me for. Emailing me is 100% free. Also, ladies and gentlemen, you can email me if you would like one-on-one counseling, whether it's phone or via Skype, one-on-one. And you can also, for inquiries, email me at kevinsullivanyoutube@youtube.com. kevinsullivanyoutube@yahoo.com. That's the website I'm creating. I just kind of leaked that out. But also, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to or would like to, you can donate by clicking the donation link in the description of the box of every video. Also, the donation button at the top of my homepage. It's a PayPal account. You can donate whether you have a PayPal account or not. It doesn't matter. You can donate from any country, any currency. You can also use debit, credit card, and you don't have to have a PayPal account. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Everybody have a great day and stay narcissistic free.